Hi Edith, I am from the Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons. I know that you are a victim of sex trafficking and so I came here to help you stop being exploited.
Excuse me. What makes you think I am being exploited?
Didn't you know that all prostitution is exploitation? We in government are fighting to end the demand for services of women like you. Aren't you happy about that? You will be able to go out and find an appropriate job making minimum wage and we will offer you therapy to get over your trauma of being exploited by your Johns.
What makes you think I suffer any trauma from selling what I can otherwise legally give away? Why don't you go help real victims like women who have been beaten by their husbands? I do not want to get a minimum wage job. I like working for myself. Go away.
Don't you understand that we are only trying to help? We want to abolish all prostitution because women are forced into prostitution and they cannot get out without our help. We are going to shame your Johns into submission. It will be fun.
I do not want you to shame my clients. I want you to leave me and my clients alone. Please leave.
What is the matter with you? Don't you realize that you are a victim of modern-day slavery and need to be rescued? It is for your own good. We can train you to become a seamstress if you like.
Oh. So I can go work in a sweatshop for a mean boss who won't give me any breaks and will penalize me if I don't sew enough t-shirts? No thanks.
Listen girl, you are suffering from a false consciousness. If you weren't, you would realize that men are bad and will exploit you and we need to end the demand for sex outside of marriage.
But what about my disabled clients who do not have any other sex partner but me? They cannot find a wife and they come to me because they need companionship. Why do you want to prevent them from having any sexual relations at all because they are not married?
That is too bad for them. They should learn to live without sex. Look at me. I am married and I don't have sex with my wife anymore either. I have learned to live without it.
Why do you want to impose your moral values on the rest of us? Not everyone is cut out to be married.
Well, if they don't want to get married, they don't get to have sex. That's why we want to abolish the demand for commercial sex. If I cannot have sex with my wife, nobody else should be able to have sex.
Let me ask you something. If you think that you can ever abolish prostitution because you say it is slavery, why don't you want to abolish domestic servitude and garment manufacturing too? There are plenty of people who are forced into that type of labor. Why do you want to abolish only prostitution?
Don't ask such silly questions. We cannot abolish garment manufacturing or domestic service. Why, that would mean that everyone would have to make their own clothing and clean their own houses, and public restrooms would be so dirty. We only want to abolish prostitution because it is sex. Don't you get it? Sex is bad, it is evil and it turns men into wild beasts.
Well, not everyone thinks that sex is bad. I don't. I think sex is wonderful and it relieves stress. I love providing my clients with pleasure. Why don't you government people stop listening to the radical feminists and religious conservatives and grow a set of balls?
Well, Officer Dingleberry says that you gave him a free sample. Do you think I could get one too?
Good heavens. Is everyone out there a moral hypocrite?